What's going on, everyone? This episode is hella late. Sorry about that. We held off a couple days hoping for some post-Adventure Week news. Didn't come in the first couple days after the Adventure Week closed, but then we recorded, and 2 days later they announced the Water Festival and Kyogre and all that good stuff. So you're going to hear some speculation of what was to come in this episode. We actually know what's going on now. So we're going to be covering the Water Festival in detail when we record episode 35 tonight. So you'll hear all that stuff coming in the next episode, but for now, enjoy episode 34. What's going on, Pokemon trainers? Welcome to episode 34 of the Lured Up podcast.
Lured Up.
The podcast where we take Pokemon Go super serious and ourselves not so much.
I'm so serious right now.
Today is Tuesday, June 5th, 2018. We kind of had a delay on recording the podcast this week. We were hoping that Niantic was going to come out with some new news for the replacement of Latios and Latios, but they did not. So I may still have to record a bumper if they drop something on us tomorrow. But yeah, so we'll get to all that. But this episode is going to be brought to you by patreon.com/GottaWatchEmAll. It's our parent network. We would appreciate it if you would check out that site, just like our $5 tier patrons, Terry Wolf, Keith Kelly, and new for this week, Matt McGuire and Brittany Wilson. Thank you so much for joining up.
Thank you, guys.
And also, Sydney Shermanator is on board with Patreon too.
What's up?
So excited to have you guys on board. Thanks so much. Hopefully you got your Discord links. If you don't have Discord, download it just so you can talk to us, because our Discord is pretty fun and it's a good time. It really is. We're gonna get Melissa on there. She has a Discord.
Oh, it scares me.
So we're gonna get her in there this week. So everyone,
if we could just do
Terry
chat,
will
then I'm
just
good.
start harassing, give her shit. So
well, we need to start a new channel and put the internet
channel, the salt channel.
Yeah,
extra
exclusively.
Salt. Extra salt. Hold the pepper. Oh, but we do have a executive producer tier still available on Patreon. It's at the $25 level. Looking for someone to step up, take that role. You will be directly involved with helping us plan our shows and also get credited in the show notes as the EP, as well as our YouTube and all that good stuff. So check that out, patreon.com/GottaWatchEmAll. Today's episode, the Pokemon press conference happened in Japan. The hype train is real. We'll break it down. There's a lot to talk about. But we will focus on what the Pokemon Go relevance to what's going on. Alolan Exeggutor has come and gone.
I know.
So we'll talk about that. And also rainbows. Adam saw a rainbow.
You did?
I saw a rainbow.
We just had the wrap-up of the Eon Duo. They are gone, as I said at the top. So we are kind of in this weird state right now where Ho-Oh is still around. There was some weird confusion with the date range that Ho-Oh was going to be available. We'll talk about that. Adventure Week is just wrapped up today. There's some big news in the world of AR+, and there's a huge focus, because of this press conference, there's a huge focus on players that are returning to the game. Now that things have been announced by Pokemon Company International and Nintendo and Game Freak, people are getting really excited. They're coming back to Go. And if you remember Go a year ago, or even a year and a half ago, the landscape was completely different. No raids, none of that stuff, no weather. No shinies, it was totally different. So it is a little intimidating to come back to the game. So we'll kind of scan through that stuff. I know that typically the people listening to this podcast are going to be pretty advanced. But if anyone's new, thank you so much for checking us out. We really do appreciate it. Check out GottaWatchEmAll.com and make sure you subscribe to us, because we do have a focus on getting people brought up to speed and technically savvy with the game. And once you master those kind of areas of Pokemon Go, you're going to have a much better experience playing. So,
or you could just hang out with me and nerd out on these guys and be like, screw all that stuff. I just like Pokemon because they're cute and they're fun. And I like to catch them and they're cute.
And I like Delibird. No.
Or that. And then we're going to wrap up the show with a Tyranitar Battle Party, kind of getting ready for
Community Day.
We want, there's limited time to get your hands on a good Larvitar prior to Community Day and build up that candy. So raids are going to be a good way to do that. And we'll go into... This is going to be a unique one because when I think it's Tyranitar, I kind of think all business. You know, it's not like a Shuckle where you can get like a little creative. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking all serious business, back to business.
Well, that's how you always roll.
Well, you know, I want to win. I play to win. All right, Pokemon press conference happens the other day. They don't stream it online. They don't make a big deal about it. There was a Japanese variety show, like a Saturday morning crazy Japanese variety show for kids, and they put out this teaser saying later this week there's going to be a Pokemon press conference. Big news is happening. So obviously we're inappropriately speculating. All the hype was real, but holy shit, did Nintendo actually come through and give us what we wanted and give us a press conference that is coming just before E3, but is filled with shit tons of information that I would not think that they would divulge right before E3, which only makes me get more excited for E3 because...
What do they got up their sleeve?
Fucking Smash Brothers. It's going to be Smash Brothers at E3,
God.
but I think it's going to be a Pokemon and Smash Brothers focus at E3, but that's neither here nor there. So the full press conference was 45 minutes long. If it was only in one language, the thing probably would have been done in 20 minutes. But they had the people from Game Freak on stage. They would speak in Japanese. Then they had American translator. If you want to hear coverage of the full press conference, check out our Gotta Watch 'Em All show. Adam and I break that down in detail, and we talk about all the other stuff outside of the world of Pokemon Go.
I'll break it down.
We did break it down. But, oh yeah, did I even introduce you guys today?
No, I don't even know who I am on the show right now.
Damn, I'm so hyped for this press conference. I want to talk about it.
I mean, I'm Adam.
I'm Ken.
And I'm Miss.
All right, see? All right, there we go. Now it's official. Oh yeah, Melissa calls herself Miss.
If you want.
Do you want to be Melissa? Do you want to? Who are you?
I don't know.
I don't know. But like I said, full coverage of the show is available on our Gotta Watch 'Em All show. Definitely check that out. Pokemon Quest was announced for the Switch. It was a cutesy spin-off game. I'm having a blast with it. No Pokemon Go integration. Then, we talked about the leaking of the names Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Those names were accurate. There are 2 games coming out November 16th. This is a reimagining of Pokemon Yellow. So you're playing through Kanto again. It's not a core main series game, but it is developed by Game Freak. So as far as the mechanics and the lore and it being canon, it is. Now, is it a main series game? No. But they kind of treat it like it's a main series game. It's really unique. But let's talk about this game. Adam, you have a Switch. We have a Switch. I don't know about you, but watching the press conference, did you get kind of like really hyped on this? Or
I was so freaking excited.
Because the internet is split. Go figure.
I was so excited for this because I thought that this would be a Switch title that I could get behind and integrate Go with that and be on the same playing field as anybody else.
From
as far as
like
the core game goes.
Like a competitive standpoint? Like that kind of thing? Okay.
Yeah, because I've never been into the competitive scene, so this would make it something that I could, be on the same level as anybody else. But that's not the case.
It's a little different.
They announced the core game coming in 2019, so I was a little sad.
The core game is going to be Generation 8. They've already iterated on Gen 7 with the Ultra games, so we know it's going to be Gen 8. Now, you got to remember, Pokemon Go was downloaded by 800 million people, so the amount of people that have touched Pokemon for the first time ever, giggity, with Pokemon Go is astronomical. So, the amount of games that they sell, like Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun, I think only sold a couple million copies. I mean, only sold, relatively speaking, but in comparison to Go, it's nothing. So, this is how I think I read this press conference, and I'm hoping everyone said it, because I don't want to go into detail about the whole press conference. I hope everyone saw it, but Pokemon Quest is the appetizer. This is something that it was available now. It's free to start. You can pick up and play. 10 minutes in, you know how the game works.
That's the one with the square.
The cubes, right?
I can't even look at that game.
I fucking love it.
I can't even look at it. I cannot even look at it.
It's because
stupid.
You haven't seen Snorlax yet. When you see Snorlax, you're going to be like, oh, so
I'm
cute.
sure Snorlax will look super cute, but other than that, I can't look at the game.
It's like Crossy Road. That's the best way to...
Crossy Road looks better than that.
Oh, snap.
I'm sorry, I just don't...
It's not about... Look, no, honestly, it's not about the looks. The game is fundamentally sound, technically tight, and a shit ton of fun. If you give it a chance, I'm sure you'd like it, but it's a lot of fun. But this is something that people could pick up and play and get hyped on immediately and get themselves playing a Pokemon game on the Switch, right? And then Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee come out in November, and people are now graduating to an RPG where they're actually developing characters and having battles, and they're playing some story mode. Now, this is why this is going to work. To get this is going to be so many people's second Pokemon game, with the first Pokemon game being Pokemon Go. The catch mechanics in the game are completely taken from Go. Instead of having an actual battle that you have to weaken the Pokemon and then throw a Pokeball at it, and then based on RNG and all that, this actually has the ring, just like Pokemon Go, and it's a motion sensor using one single Joy-Con where you have to do a throw motion, underhand or overhand sidearm, where you're throwing a Pokeball, and that's the catch mechanic.
Oh my God.
It's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Kind of cool. It's 2-player drop-in, drop-out co-op. You can have like a support player come in. You could both throw Pokeballs at the thing. If you do it at the same time, the Pokeballs combine. You have a bonus, super high catch rate, all that. Really neat. Really fun. It's going to be awesome for the parent-kid dynamic. But what they're doing is they're making the game have core mechanics. Instead of having random encounters in the grass, you're going to see the Pokemon on the screen just like in Go. Now, instead of tapping, you were just going to walk into them, and that's how you start the encounter. But when you do battles, the battles are just like the core games. Turn-based, 4 moves. I believe that the statistical thing is going to have depth, more depth than Go. But then what we were all kind of waiting for is they throw the screen, live via studio or live via satellite. John Hanke comes on during the press conference, and they start talking about the Go integration. Now, you're going to be able to import any Gen 1 Pokemon that you've caught in Go into Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee. They get dumped into a holding tank, a holding cell, like Pokemon Go Park. You catch the Pokemon in the park, and then now you have that Pokemon imported into Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which you can then use to battle with a 4-move moveset. So I don't know how that's going to work, but in the video, they show the CP is visible, the Pokemon's level is visible, and a 4-move moveset. So the battling is going to be good. Now, this is the thing. You cannot export the Pokemon back to Go.
That's dumb.
So it's one-way street. At least that's what they're telling us now. One-way communication. So you can import Pokemon in, you can't get them out.
But you know what? That's a good way to clear your box without having to delete Pokemon.
So now that's what I was thinking, but you're not getting the candy for them. And this isn't like, it doesn't connect to Pokemon Bank. At least they haven't announced that. So you can't take these Pokemon with you in the future. You're kind of leaving them there to die in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which is a little sad, right? But now this is how they make it a little bit more enticing. They announced the release of the Pokeball Plus, which is an actual Pokeball that you would hold in the palm of your hand, where the button of the Pokemon is a joystick, a thumb.
It's a freaking controller.
It's a controller, but it's a Pokeball that will replace the Joy-Con, so you can pretend throw that at the screen and break many TVs.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a
But get
bad
this.
idea, dude.
Like the Pokewalker Tamagotchi style, you can take a Pokemon from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, drop it into the Pokeball Plus, and then carry that with you like a freaking keychain, and it makes sounds, and,
No.
Imagine
it's with you.
Snorlax. Oh man,
That's kind of cool.
See, I don't
That's
care how much
kinda
they are.
cool.
I want to buy a shit ton of them, and I could have a bag full of Pokeballs, and I could dump them out on the table, and it's a bunch of Pokemon going wee wee wee.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, it's so awesome. But
you
no,
just
so-
have 6 Bellsprout.
Oh my gosh.
But look, there's tons of info to come. John Hanke even said that they're not divulging everything, so there's plenty of info to come. But now there is some 2-way communication. You can send gifts from the Switch to Pokemon Go. Now, maybe they're going to be items, maybe they're going to be whatever. But Adam, you were on the Gotta Watch 'Em All podcast, you were talking about that little bit of text they show at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, we're going to get a new Pokemon.
Like a brand new Pokemon.
A brand new Pokemon. Never
So-
before seen.
Never before seen Pokemon, and they show that Pokemon going from the Switch to the phone. So how the hell are they going to do this where... Are they going to give us one Gen 8 Pokemon? Is this going to be the last Gen 7 Pokemon or the first Gen 8 Pokemon? It's going to fuck with the deck so much because then you're going to go from Gen 1, 2, 3 and then jump to 8. I don't know how they're going to do it. But apparently, first time Pokemon will be in the game, and it'll be transferable to the phone. So this gets my gears grinding of, if they could fucking transfer this Pokemon, why can't we import other Pokemon, battle with them, trade them, and then transfer them back? Through the
listen, John Hankey hasn't given us all the deets.
I know.
We gotta wait for that.
Gotta wait for the deets, Ken.
You gotta remember, too, only limited to Kanto. So this is just Gen 1. Remember, we're trying to integrate and get those people that are playing Go not only to buy Switch, but play a Pokemon game on the Switch. So it's...
Well, then they'll release Let's Go Hariyama or something.
I think they intentionally have to keep it scaled back because they don't want to intimidate people, because they want them to play this for potentially a year, and then they can drop the core game in 2019, and it's like, hey, you've been playing Pokemon Light for a year. You know, it's time to step up to the big leagues and play an actual Pokemon game that will follow the true format of Sun and Moon and X and Y and, you know, all the main core games. So I think this is an absolute perfect and fucking brilliant plan on Niantic's part, Game Freak's part, Nintendo's part, Pokemon Company's part. Like, this is just the absolute perfect long game to get people, the 800 million people, go after them, and the 65 million concurrent, you know, freaking Pokemon Go players that are playing now, get them converted over to the Switch, and now they're just in that Pokemon machine in another capacity. Because that's, Pokemon really scores on that, because they want someone to watch the anime and play the card game and buy the video games and buy the toys. So it's like a lot of Pokemon Go people are limited to just Pokemon Go. So anytime that there could be that cross-pollination, I like it.
You like it.
I like it. No, it's good. It's positive for Pokemon at large.
You got more of it.
I was listening to It's Super Effective podcast, and SBJ was talking about the gross profit of the Pokemon Company over the past, 10 years. And, you know, every time there's a game release that would jump up to, $10 million a year, and then if there was no game release, it could be as low as, 1.5 million a year. And then they get to 2016 when Pokemon Go comes out, and it's like, holy shit, $100 million they made. So Pokemon Go has made more money in 1 year than Pokemon, the whole company, did in the previous 10 years combined.
That's crazy.
So it's just, you know, Pokemon Go is the driver of the Pokemon Company. So SBJ calls it out, and I give him mad props for this. He's like, if anyone listening to this podcast thinks that Pokemon Go is not to be taken seriously, you got to fucking get over yourself. You got to get over yourself. He goes, you're lying to yourself if you think that Pokemon Go isn't the driving force behind Pokemon right now. So I think this is just the perfect way to get people onto the Switch. And then before you know it, these are going to become core Pokemon players playing the main series. I think it's going to happen. Now, am I completely happy with the level of integration to Let's Go? No, but, you know, I don't want to be the internet too much. And
well, let's think. The core game coming in 2019, could we see more of an integration with that? Could they be working out the bugs and everything while, behind the scenes we have these to kind of tie us over?
They have to, because if they're going that hard with making this almost like a Go-ish game, the Let's Go game, they've got to, it's got to be part of that stair-step program, to get them into the hard stuff, It's like, I'm going to start you out with the blue pill, and then, you come back in a couple weeks, I'll give you the red pill, and then, before you know it, you got Gen 8. It's like, have some of that Gen 8 goodness, I don't know. I think it's the perfect plan, but E3 is going to be very exciting. I want to keep the hype in check. We can go on forever about, what this game may be or can be, but there's a lot of good stuff about it, but it's been covered ad nauseum. Check out the trailer. Let us know what you think. We'd like to, know if this is going to be a Switch seller. I would imagine that this is going to fucking sell Switches. Because we know that Pokemon Go players are not afraid to spend money. Yeah. So, $300 on a Switch, if they can have a benefit in Pokemon Go, may be worth it to them right out of the gate. I don't know.
Yep.
I think it
is for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I already have one, so.
And Pikachu sits on your shoulder when you run around, and Eevee sits on your head when you run around. And then you could have another Pokemon, like Gold and Silver style, that will follow you. So you can actually have two Pokemon following you around in the overworld, which is pretty
fun.
Cool. Which is cool. And they show, did they show Voltorb or Electrode?
They have Electrode and Gengar.
Gengar kind of running around. And graphically, it looks awesome. When I showed my son, he was like, this is the greatest graphics ever. It's just because he's so used to playing on 3DS. He never really saw it on a big screen, So It's like, this looks amazing, but I think it's going to be really good. November 16th. It'll be here before we know it. So, and then E3 is soon. I'm hyped. All right, Alolan Exeggutor, Adam, tell us about your rainbow. How did this happen for you?
So it was raining, and then it cleared up, and in game it did the same. It was raining, and then it cleared up, and I went to catch an Exeggutor, one of the Alolans, and there was a big giant rainbow behind it.
In the catch screen, right?
Yeah, it all like happened at once. It was like I went into the catch screen. I mean, I don't know if it was raining, but I feel like it was raining, and then it stopped, like mid catch.
But did you were in the same area, or did the time change over?
Because I had just caught something and it was raining, and then I went and caught the next, which was the Exeggutor, and then I saw the rainbow, and I was like, screenshot.
You got to look at your screenshots to see what the timestamp is, because I wonder if that happened on the hour. You know, when the weather actually updates.
You're putting me on the spot, man.
No, that'd be interesting.
Power of editing.
So so someone on Reddit had posted that they were actually able to trigger a rainbow by going into their list and finding one of their Pokemon that's in a gym and remotely feeding a berry to that gym, and that gym is in a rainy. It shows you the weather. That
happened to me today.
So he gives the berry to the rainy gym. And then when he gets back into the game, bam, there's the rainbow. And it's like, this was able to be reproduced. So now this is the bad part. When he closes the game and then opens it back up, rainbow's gone.
Aww.
So what that means is the rainbow is client side. So it's not persistent, and it's not going to have any effect on gameplay, at least at this point.
Because so it's just to be cute and pretty.
It's just aesthetic right now.
I'm okay with that.
No, me too. Like, it looks really awesome. Like Kato Nolan posted an Exeggutor picture, and the rainbow looks humongous behind it. Like, it looks really cool. But I could see this down the road becoming tied closer to when Alolans come out. And if it may be the feeding a berry thing, or it may be, the weather changing over. But
it was exactly at 2 p.m.
There you go. So the weather did change. So now is it going to be difference where the feeding a berry thing versus the weather changing thing? Will the rainbow behave the same way? I don't know. But it's definitely client side.
Will it only be during that like 1 hour window or like half hour?
Oh,
window?
No. Someone else on Reddit said that they left their game running and it disappeared after 5 minutes. So the rainbow, after it spawned, is only there for 5 minutes. Wow. So think about that when Alolan Pokemon come out. So if you see a rainbow, you got to get on your shit to do your evolutions or get out there and catch, because you're only going to have a 5-minute window to do it. I don't know. I just think it's cool because the weather system is awesome, and they're just making it more. Cooler. Yeah, they're making it cooler. But Alolan Exeggutor has come and gone. I didn't get a good one. Not many people got good ones.
I didn't get a good one.
It seemed like they were freaking everywhere.
I hate that he's so gigantic and you can't see him.
Yeah.
I really hate it.
Yeah, I wish it was very far away.
Yeah, but how would they have done the throw mechanic if it's, 20 feet back?
No, but even when you're like... All right,
even in the Pokédex screen.
In the Pokédex, that's what I'm saying. Like, even when you do his attack move in the Pokédex, you still don't see his head. That's corny.
The only way to actually see the whole thing is to go into AR Plus and point your phone up. That's literally the only way to see it.
Stupid.
But, yeah, it came and went. This was part of the announcement with Let's Go. John Hankey, when he was on screen, says, "Oh yeah, and by the way, Alolan Exeggutor is available right now." And everyone went out there. You can turn on your phone, and your nearby is 9 of 9 Alolan Exeggutor. They were just freaking.
It was awesome seeing him, though. I gotta say, it made me so happy. Like, I was like, "Oh my god, look, there he is!"
We did a raid with
all of them. They were easy to click. You know what I mean?
Like, because they're
huge. Exactly, but they were easy to tap. Versus, like, you'd have a bunch of spawns, but that you could easily pick out in a crowd.
Yeah, and then one day they just went away.
They went poof,
and then they were gone. So it was
like
just
my hopes of ever getting a shiny during
Adventure.
All
right, well, let's talk about Adventure Week. So Adventure Week wraps up today. So no more rocks, no more fossils, no more tons of spawns of Kabuto and Ammonite for potential shiny chances. How'd that work out for you, Melissa?
Terrible.
Fuck.
Terrible. I clicked on many rock Pokemon, and none of them were shiny.
Yeah, we had stupid amount of spawns here. Like the normal, like parking lot spawns, or at the mall or the supermarket. Like the clusters were, 5 Kabuto, 3 Ammonite, 2 Laleeps.
Like I thought for sure I was gonna get one of them. I mean, I got the Wilmer, and I wasn't even really trying for that. And these I was trying. I'm like, please, just give me one. Just one.
She's like, we can't leave. I have to shiny check them all. I was like, I got no problem with that. But yeah, everyone in the masses have said that this was a tough one to get shinies for, and they seem like the rate was a little bit down. Now, I heard that the Arons, for whatever reason, had a high catch rate with the Go Plus. I Go Plussed a shiny Aron. Jersey J Go Plussed 3 shiny Aron.
I gotta get on
like
the Discord
what?
so I can just
like what exactly? That's what I'm talking about. He posted them all up. So and it's like he's just like, all I want is a Kabuto, and I keep catching shiny Aron. Like it's crazy. But I ended up getting the Ammonite and the Aron. Adam, you got the Mountain Dew Kabuto.
I got the green Kabuto.
Did you evolve it?
I did.
Nice.
I did.
Yeah,
I did because I had 3 evolve Ammonite or Kabuto quests, and
Aerodactyl spawn.
yeah, attempting to get a shiny Aerodactyl.
Yeah.
Which I even left my house this morning before everybody woke up, and like I went on a little adventure. I posted on Instagram. You know, I went out, got like 20 or 30 stops. I did 2 Aerodactyl raids in a Kabuto, and not a single shiny.
I think in total I had 28 Aerodactyl encounters, either from raids or research, and no shinies. And there's only, I think, 3 or 4 people in my group that got the shiny. So it was very rare. They were toned down, but I don't mind. I don't because I want it to be rare. In the freaking main series, it's 1 in 4,000. So it's, we've got it good here, 1 in 400. Give me a break. That ain't shit.
I still wanted one.
When you don't see an Aerodactyl ever.
I know. I think, I don't know. I had only caught 4, I think, prior or something like that. So it's very rare. Very, very rare. But now they're gone. And I think there's another Raid Boss shakeup, and that info really hasn't hit yet. So I know GoHub had put a tweet out saying, like, hey, post up screenshots of what's going on because we want to figure it out. But Adventure Week was good. I really enjoyed it. I loved how they did the research and connected the research to it. That made it a little bit more engaging. But this was kind of a downer because we've got Adventure Weeks gone. We've got Latios and Latios gone. And Ho-Oh, get this shit. When they originally announced Ho-Oh, they said that he was going to be here till the 7th. And then Pokemon.com, on their Ho-Oh splash page for Go, it came out that he was going to be here till the 21st. And I even posted it up on Twitter. I'm like, hey, everyone, he's going to be here till the 21st. Next day, without saying anything, they just correct it and change it back to the 7th. So now it's posted as the 7th. So it's like, all right, we've got just Ho-Oh now for the next 2 days. And then what the hell's going to happen next? It's got to be something new. They can't recycle something as the only thing that's happening.
Yeah.
It's got to be something new. Because we have Articuno right now as the research breakthrough. So we've got that.
We've got to figure out what the new box is for next month too. Like that's, what do you got? You think they're just going to do the dogs?
Probably. They'll probably rotate in order with that. But they got to do the Reggies. They got to start making this happen because, if there's 3 of them and they do a month each, that's 3 months. And now we're getting into being into the Gen 3 cycle for a bunch of months. And so they got to start thinking about Gen 4. So they got to start delivering on these Gen 3s.
It's going to happen.
It's got to happen.
We got to catch them all.
Well, we're going to catch them all, but we need Reggies. But I don't know who it was in my raid group, but they were talking about the relevance of the rainbows. And they go, well, I just watched I Choose You, the movie. He goes, what if you can obtain a rainbow feather? And that has something to do with Ho-Oh.
I swear to you, I was thinking something about that with the rainbow being in a connection to getting mythicals in general.
I don't know. I think that would be a really cool thing and a way to introduce maybe a new mechanic. But think about the movie. In the movie, you will find a Ho-Oh when the rainbow comes. And and I caught a shiny Ho-Oh. Yeah, yeah. The other day,
I now have 2.
You have 2?
What?
Oh
yeah.
Shit! Damn.
God,
Melissa's salty. Oh snap!
Whatever.
That's awesome.
You got to get out and raid tomorrow. Come on.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We don't raid. We're slow raiders. But anyway, talking about our raid group, my raid group, the Raiders of the Lost Carp, we had our first Carp Day. We did a picnic. We rented a promenade in a park, big playground, did a barbecue.
It was so much fun.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Families and friends and good foods and good conversations. Very little actual Pokemon Go
Yeah, there was like
playing,
no Go going on. It was really cool.
But that's what made it cool, is that the game was the catalyst to this
real life experience points.
Yeah,
we leveled up in life.
Exactly.
No, we had about 60 people there. Everyone, like, we did this right. There was a spreadsheet of what food people were bringing, what supplies they were bringing, so it was legit. You show up and there's just food everywhere. There was like that
jerk chicken was legit. I know you vegan boys.
Paul's brother made some jerk chicken. Melissa couldn't stop talking about it.
I'm still thinking about it.
And the funniest shit is throughout the day, messages are going out on Discord like, jerk chicken's done, like through Discord, like in the raid chat. It was so funny. But yeah, it was really cool. It was a lot of fun, and it was great family dynamic. Josh made a friend. One of the guys that I raid with, he brought his son, and Josh hit it off with him. So it was like my kids are making friends. We made this, bunch of new friends. Just really, really cool. It was a really good time, and I think we're gonna start doing this more often, and then also try to pair up with other Discord groups and have mega events.
Yeah, so if you guys are in a big Discord group out there, you should mention something like that to your group. See if they're interested, and try to organize one by you, and let us know how it goes.
Yeah, go bowling or something.
Yeah, do something fun.
Bowling is awesome. Let's go bowling.
Bowling is fun. I just pictured rolling a wheezing down the alley.
I want a bowling ball that looks like a Pokeball. That'd be dope.
What can you replace the pins? Who are the pins?
Who are the pins?
What Pokemon most looks like a bowling pin?
Oh man,
Alolan Exeggutor.
Oh
shit.
My gosh! Yeah,
yes.
Right.
Or Doug Trio.
Yes, that's awesome. Oh, that's so good. But yeah, so we back to Pokemon Go.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. A lot of stuff is ending this week, so we're on it down again. We delayed the show, waiting for news of what was next, and we haven't got it. I know it's going to come out tomorrow. So, but stay tuned for what's next, because they're going to have to give us news, because they're not going to let the momentum die, because it's just going. And when we were talking about Let's Go, we were talking about new people coming to the game, new people coming to the podcast, and exploring Pokemon for the first time. So, Andrew Goldfarb, editor at IGN, he's the ambassador for Pokemon Go. He's a huge fan. And he put out a fantastic string of tweets talking about, hey, if you're new to Go or coming back to Go for the first time over a bunch of years, check out everything that's new. And he puts this string together of talking about the weather, then talking about research, talking about stamps, talking about raiding, legendaries, raid passes, like all this stuff. It was like a perfect guide through Twitter. And all the major publications picked it up. It was retweeted by Niantic's marketing team, and it's just really good. I'll link to it. So if you know someone who's on the fence with Pokemon Go or played before and hasn't come back to the game in a while, send them this link so they can see what the hell's going on with the game, because we're in the game every day, so we don't see all this stuff. There's no shock value with all the new mechanics and new things in the game, but it's funny. I'm sorting pictures out on my computer the other day, and I have like a folder from August 2016 with a bunch of Go screenshots, and like the landscape looks totally different. The gyms look totally different. Like, it was a very, very different game. So send this along, spread the word. We need to preach the gospel of Go. Go!
Oh my god.
Go, hallelujah.
Yeah, but new trainers, we welcome you. We welcome you with open arms. Miscellaneous news before we get into our battle party.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Articuno's here,
Almost
like we said, for June. Absol is now available with the Throw an Excellent Curveball field research.
I did one of those today, and he was not shiny.
He was not shiny. I haven't seen that yet. I have not seen that research yet, but I'm hyped for that, because I need me a shiny Absol. Any opportunity to get a shiny is good, and the rate of shinies from encounters and raid bosses is typically higher than finding them in the wild. The GoFest settlement from last year, how there was a class action lawsuit, they settled it. $1.5 million they are paying back to people that took part in the class action suit for their travel and lodging expenses to go to a failed event.
Wow.
So the payout is real. So if you were one of those people, I believe there was an in-game notification because your username and account were logged through GoFest. So you would get an in-game notification linking you externally to the class action site where you can register or opt out. So, get that money, yo.
Yeah,
I guess,
exactly.
shit.
And then just turn around and give it right back to them and
buy some incubators. A Nest migration happened on June 1st. So if you're a member of the Sylph Road, please go to the Nest Atlas and update that. If you're not a member of the Sylph Road, become a member of the Sylph Road and report stuff to the Nest Atlas. It's a huge help to the community.
I know I did. My local park was a giraffe rig nest before this, and now it's a chikorita.
Ooh,
chikorita nest.
No, that's good. That's a rare Pokemon, so that's good to get it on a nest. Yeah, I have an Ekans nest, a Cubone nest, a Diglett nest, and a Psyduck nest that have kind of rotated in my area currently with this last migration. So report them up.
Weird.
Oh, there's. I want to give 2 shout outs to our community online. There was a really, really funny tweet that we were tagged in that from POKéMON Joe, right? She says, husband just got back-to-back shinies, Ammonite and then Aaron. Divorce is imminent. I was like, that's freaking great. So funny.
I feel her.
They tagged us in Pokemon Go Radio, and Pokemon Go Radio responded with a fantastic, you jelly eagle. That's just like shaking his neck. But that was really funny. And then on Facebook, we've been interacting with someone whose name is Ishmael Kurz, and this dude's freaking hilarious. And so I posted last week that, the episode was coming out tomorrow. Blah, 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 blah. He's like, all right, hurry up. You guys are late. You guys validating parking, right? And then the brilliant one is I post the last when 105.0 went, or 1.75.0 went live on iOS. I posted a screenshot of that. And he posts internet, like speaking for Melissa. He goes, duck this game, duck the developers, duck this shit. We can't log in. Stop third party, you dummies, right? And then I just write truth. And he writes back, tell Melissa or Melinda or whatever her name is, she the bomb. And then in parentheses, day drinking. So good. So Ishmael, that's hilarious. Thank you so much. You brightened my day.
You the bomb too, bro.
That was hilarious. I was cracking up. Super funny. Super, super, super funny.
See, they don't know my name and I don't know my name. So it's all good, bro. It's all good.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right, let's get into the Tyranitar Battle Party.
Ooh, ooh.
Battle Party.
Ooh, ooh. All right, Rock Dark type. Tyranitar's been at the top of the meta forever. I remember when Tyranitar raids first came out, it was like, oh my god, we need like 700 people to beat Tyranitar. And it's like, now you can duo Tyranitar with a stacked level 40 team. But Tyranitar is 34,707 CP. Melissa's looking at me like I'm crazy when I said you could duo Tyranitar. Hell yeah, you could duo Tyranitar. Yo, I posted today someone duoed Mewtwo.
What?
I'm telling you, in foggy weather with freaking Gengars.
What?
Yeah, I put the video
somebody was
up.
talking about that at my Mewtwo raid today.
Yeah, duoed. Absolutely nuts. And they had like 10 seconds to spare. They didn't even get down to the wire. Anyway, Tyranitar, T-Tar, boosted by Partly Cloudy and Fog. 100% catch at level 20 is going to be 2,097 CP, and at 25 will be 2621. So again, those magic 100% numbers for Raid Boss. Level 20 is 2,097. Level 25 is 2621. Can be duoed, much better with a trio. And if you've got a team of 100% maxed out Machamps with the right moveset, you can duo this thing, which is totally bananas. I want to try it with someone now that I've got like a pretty solid squad. I don't have 600%, but I've got one 100%, a 98, a 96, two 94s, and a 93. So I think I want to try this with somebody. But clearly the best counter is Machamp with counter and dynamic punch. One of the other reasons that Machamp is such a good counter here, fighting types, is they're going to take reduced damage from both Dark and Rock. So regardless of the moveset that Tyranitar has, unless it has like Fire Blast, you're going to take reduced damage. Hariyama, same thing. Counter Dynamic Punch, reduced damage. Blaziken, my dude, counter and Focus Blast. Kyogre with Waterfall Hydro Pump, Breloom with Counter Dynamic Punch, Groudon with Mudshot Solar Beam. The Solar Beam is nasty, so if you can, you get a boosted Solar Beam on Tyranitar, you're going to wreck shop. And then they throw Gyarados in there too, Waterfall Hydro Pump. Now, budget counters are going to be Poliwrath, because you can get a fighting type moveset, Donphan, Vaporeon, Ursaring, Primeape, Granbull, Steelix. There's a lot of different, and even fairy Pokemon. It's weak to fairy. So you could use Clefable, Wigglytuff, with Dazzling Gleam. You know what I mean? Get if you have a big enough party and you want to get creative. So there's a bunch of potential counters here, but this is my thing. If I'm going to duo this thing, I'm going to bring 6 Machamp. If I'm going to trio this thing, I'm bringing 4 Machamp and 2 Hariyama. But if I have like a big ass group and I just want to have fun, be creative, I'm bringing Blaziken, my dude. I'm bringing Breloom, Poliwrath, Wigglytuff, Steelix, and Venusaur, because I really would never use them before, and why not be effective against a Tyranitar? So I think now that everyone's levels and Pokemon are getting a little bit more developed, the Tyranitar is going to be a little bit more of a realistic Pokemon to approach as a raid boss. I just remember it being so intimidating.
Yeah.
And now it's just like...
And coming off the fighting event, we all have Machamps.
Yes. Well, you should. You should have good ones. You should have a ton of candy. So even if you've got, one that's 80%, but it has perfect attack stat, power that sucker up. That's that Tyranitar killer. Adam, what are you going to bring?
All right. I'm going to bring 2 Machamps, a Hariyama, Breloom, Blaziken, and I'm going to anchor with my Vaporeon.
All right. So you've got fighting, water, and Blaziken with Focus Blast. Right. Okay. So
they're all fighting.
So you got some diversity in there, and you got the Vaporeon for good measure. Now, I'm looking at the show notes, and I don't see anything written for Melissa, but she's smiling. Who are you bringing, Melissa? Why?
Why is she still laughing?
I know, she's still laughing.
What is this?
I'm just going to bring Snorlax. Why? Because I can.
You've been waiting for that.
Forever.
You've been waiting for that.
There's no reason for me to do that.
Well,
but
remind me not to duo or trio Tyranitar with you then, because Snorlax will just
Don't
bounce
worry.
around. It's like, look at him, he's so happy in the corner, bouncing.
Bounce.
Bounce. Oh, God, figures.
I love him.
It's the best.
He is the best.
So listen to the madness that Melissa and I are going through right now. We're buying a house. So we're fucking nuts right now.
Off my rocker.
Well, they accepted an offer on a house we put a bid on, and this is all happening very fast. And
like you guys don't even realize how fast. Like less than a week.
And there's poo-poo coming out of my pants right now because it's
my pants
crazy.
have been filled with poop for the last 2 weeks. I'll tell you that.
So life's been a little crazy. So I appreciate any flexibility with the schedule that we may need because our lives are going nuts right now. But yeah, that's pretty much a show. Adam, let's talk, man. I'm sorry. What's going on? How you been? How's your week?
I've been doing all right. I mean, I've dropped the ball a lot myself, just in general.
A Pokeball? You dropped the Pokeball on yourself?
I dropped the Pokeballs. My bag spilled out.
Speaking of dropping the
Pokemon
Pokeballs, Ken had a moment where he literally had 0 Pokeballs.
Yeah.
Like 0.
It's bad. Well, that goes to show you how crazy my life has been. I've not restocked. I've got 1,200 of 2,000 items right now, and only a smattering of balls right now.
Smattering.
Much like in life, I have no balls.
Oh my gosh. And
Well,
my
I mean, I
that
forgot
would be
my
around.
I've forgotten my Gold Plus like several days in a row now. Like contemplating on buying another one because I was without and I couldn't find it. I was like, ugh. So I eventually got it back today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't go without the Go Plus, but I've had no freaking
Yeah, it
balls,
makes such
man.
a difference. It makes such a difference, especially because I couldn't stop for any Pokestops.
Yeah,
Because you actually have to like be at almost a complete stop.
Now I have to do like 3 hours of restocking.
I lose my Go
I'm
Plus
right there with
often.
you.
Melissa loses her Go Plus every time we play.
But you know what? It doesn't matter because it doesn't work half the time anyway. So it still doesn't work. It still doesn't work right. It still doesn't work right.
Yo, and then I have a spare Go Plus, right? That is pretty much still brand spanking new. And she was during one of her I lost my Go Plus phases. So I was like, here, use the spare. And it connected right away to her phone. It connected right away. It worked fine. I was like, oh shit. I was like, throw your other one out. Just like her other one has a Snorlax skin on it. That's why she doesn't want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to get rid of the snore. Yeah, it's crazy when having no balls because it's I'm like I'm gonna end up getting a shiny or something. I'm gonna get a freaking shiny Aerodactyl and I'm gonna have no balls, and it's like, what am I gonna do?
You're gonna have to buy some balls,
dude. I won't do it. I won't.
Yes, you will.
No,
if it came down to it, you will.
No, I personally bought balls before.
It did come down to it. I've got none. I've got no balls.
I've had to buy them.
No, man, I can't.
I'm sure the listeners have had to buy balls.
If you bought balls, I mean, if you have access to stupid amount of Pokestops and you buy balls, you got something wrong with you. I have access to crazy Pokestops. If I'm going to spend money in the game, I can't spend it on Pokeballs because in a half an hour I could pick up 75, 100. So I just got to get out there and go get them. But man,
got to buy all the balls.
Got to buy all the balls. Got to buy we didn't mention this. The Pokeball Plus that we were talking about for Let's Go doubles as a Pogo Plus. So you can actually use it for Go, where you're holding the Pokeball itself and you can click on it.
Well, maybe that will
Maybe
work.
that'll connect.
Yeah, we did discuss maybe when we catch something with the Pokeball Plus, that when it gets caught, we hear the sound of it too.
Cry. See, that would be awesome.
Oh my god!
That would be awesome.
Oh my god!
The question would be, does it work with Gen 2, Gen 3?
Well, yeah, because they're not calling it a direct device that is for Let's Go. It's a standalone device in its own packaging. Doesn't say Let's Go anywhere on it. It just says Pokeball Plus. So interesting.
Oh my goodness!
But Eurogamer, who was at the event, interviewed the company that made it, and they said it only has a 3-hour charge time. Now,
well, everyone carries battery packs anyway, so.
But 3 hours, I would imagine, if you're using it as a Joy-Con. You know what I mean? Playing the game where you're using the joystick and all that. So as a Pogo Plus, it'll probably last longer, but I just had to replace my Go Plus battery for the first time in a long time.
It may not last longer if it has any kind of light on it and it's making sounds.
The sound is probably...
If there may be a vibration feature to it, which would be awesome.
Yeah, if we could turn off sound.
Think about if it has a vibration feature to
it. Yeah. But honestly, though, there's not many people that are doing longer than 3-hour Pogo sessions. If they're, you know what I mean? Like, if someone goes out to play...
Are you seriously saying that to me right now?
Well, we do that.
Community Day is 3 hours at a clip.
Yeah, but even people that take part...
And that's people that are committed to... come on now.
I'm just saying. There's plenty of people that just turn the game on, catch a Pokemon, turn it off. There's plenty of people like that.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Of course, there's plenty of people like that, but
I don't know. I
just not the ones that are going to go out and buy the Pokemon ball,
the Pokeball Plus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It is cool though because it is like a novelty, So. Oh
god, Josh is going to break so many of them.
No, I can't wait to see the videos like when the Wii first came out with Wii Bowling with the TV, like the Wiimote stuck in the TV and the flat screen.
It's gonna be
That's I can't wait to see that shit.
It's gonna be just broken shit around the houses.
That's what I'm talking
not
about.
just the TV. Like the dog's gonna get. Oh my god!
There's gonna be so many memes.
It's gonna be like
bring on the memes.
Ceiling fan and go flying. One's gonna end up in the fireplace.
Well, it has a wrist strap like a Wiimote. So
it does.
Yeah, that's good.
Right.
So and
at
it
least
also has this
weird
use
that.
Hook thingy, so I think you can hook it around your fingers while you have it in the palm of your hand to keep it nice and secure. So
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Kind of like the ring thing that you put on the back of your phone.
Exactly, to hold it in place. Because if you're using it like a Joy-Con, you need your thumb to be able to, because it's perfectly round. It's got to kind of be able to support it. So
okay,
all right. So that's now we're ready to wrap.
Yeah, that's a show.
That's a show. Thanks everyone. Thank you so much for checking us out. Please leave us a review in iTunes. We would greatly appreciate it. That is our number one priority right now, is getting our review count up so we can expand our reach. And for people to find us when they search on Pokemon or Pokemon Go podcast, iTunes algorithm uses the amount of reviews to directly correlates with the search returns. So huge shout out to Pokemon Go Radio. These guys got 230 reviews. So you search Pokemon and you get them. So it's like that. Props to them. So we got to get up on there. So if you've got an iPhone, if anyone in your family has an iPhone, grab that shit. Leave us a review. Say, yeah, they're great.
Just say, you're fun. That's it.
You're fun. Put your favorite Pokemon in there. Let us know. But we'll give you a shout out on the show if you leave a review, and it will definitely help us. Check out GottaWatchTheMall.com for everything that we do. I update it every Friday. It's got links to all of our shows, the full RSS feeds of everything. We've got a blog up there, photos. We've got backstory about us. We'd appreciate it if you checked it out. And hit us up on social media. We've been having a ton of fun communicating with people on social media. You guys have been a blast. I really, really, really appreciate all the good times that we've been doing. And also, Patreon, the Discord, $1. $1 a month will get you access to the Discord. We're gonna get Melissa in there this week, and it's a lot of fun, and it's just really cool seeing Terry Wolf and Jersey J go back and forth with their absolutely out of control screenshots. And we have a completely uncensored, unfiltered room in there. So if you really want to let shit fly, there's a spot for that too. So definitely check that out. $1 will get you access to the Discord on our Patreon. Links in the description. Email us, info@luredup.com. I'm ProudGamerTweet on Twitter. Adam, where are you? Who are you?
I'm Adam, but you can find me on Twitter.
You can find me in the club
for Fire.
And Melissa is
on the internet.
The internet.
And I'm everywhere.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
that's the true tagline sign off from Melissa. I am the internet and I am everywhere. So good. Thanks again, everyone. And once again, if you made it this far and you're a new listener, I appreciate you. Thanks so much. Don't forget to subscribe to our channels and stay connected with us because we want to connect with you.
Also, don't forget, buy some balls.